When a tree grows, it produces seeds so that it can allow other trees to grow. But for those seeds to germinate, it needs sunlight, water, oxygen, and nutrients so that it can become more trees and produce an entire ecosystem of a forest. This is Balraj Ghai, the founder of the Habitat Pune and the venue and hospitality partner. He has been that sunlight, that oxygen, that nutrients for these upcoming seeds to grow and nurture into young grandmasters. And this is how it has culminated in the Pune Grandmaster Round Robin Tournament. Balraj Bhai, how are you feeling that this tournament has come to life and it is the final day? We have 3 players who can score a Grandmaster or International Master norm here. How are you feeling about that?
First of all, I am very excited about today's results. This is the first ever GM round robin tournament that is being hosted in Pune. Before this, I think only Chola had conducted. They had conducted 2 earlier tournaments, and this is the 3rd one in the country and this first one in Maharashtra. And considering that Pune itself has produced 3 grandmasters till now, it gives me a lot of positivity and a lot of it's hard to describe in words this feeling that there is another GM that could possibly come out today from this tournament. I feel that the Habitat has been a venue which has always been supportive of live performance arts, and now I feel so happy that it is also live performance sports.
Right.
And the same way it has nurtured a lot of artists in being able to provide a stage, a space for them to create what they need to create. In the same way, now even people from the chess world can do that. So we are having on Saturdays over here from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. along with Pune Chess Hangouts. People can come over here, be a participant in the chess meetup and play back-to-back games. The idea is to scale that into tournaments which are amateur level, then professional FIDE-rated tournaments, and finally this goal of being able to participate in the GM round robin tournament.
Wow.
So going from absolute scratch to gearing up and going for the IM norms, FM, IM, GM, that's the table, that's the level.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm also still learning so much about this entire world, and it is so interesting to see what every player is, where they come from, who their support system is, and I think that I want to cover more of those stories. I want to know more about each player. You tell me something interesting about each player.
So I've seen so many of these stories revealed over the last week. We have seen the homeboys Advik and Akshay and how they have felt empowered through this tournament. We have had people from Sri Lanka who've come here and they do not have access to travel to Europe, and so India is like a breeding ground for them as well.
Yeah.
So India becoming a local chess hub in South Asia or Asia itself is a very big boost for the chess community. But can we just go a little bit behind the timeline and discuss about how the Habitat became a hub for chess? The first time it hosted a chess event was for the World Championship match, if I'm not wrong.
You are wrong.
Oh, I am wrong. Okay, I'm sorry.
So no, it's I couldn't have known. So the first time we held a chess event was in 2021.
Okay.
When social distancing events were being allowed.
Right.
This was between waves of the lockdown, and that time we held for 30 players at Above the Habitat in Mumbai.
Right.
We held a chess meetup and chess tournament because I had helped Samay with the first comedians on board.
Right.
And because of that, all of us started to play a lot of chess. And because of that interest going up and up, that curiosity, we were like, okay, let's have a amateur chess meetup, let's just come together. we used Instagram. We created a group on Instagram. We got 50 people to sign up on it. We had 30 people as a turnout, and we held it. As far as I remember, we held it for I think 4 or 5 weekends.
Okay.
Thursdays. Sorry. And the last one, what we did was we had Biswa, Anirban, Joel, Samay, all of these guys come in and play along with everyone as well.
Oh wow.
And we even streamed that.
Okay.
So if you just go on YouTube and if you type Habitat Chess Club you on YouTube, and if you type live streaming, then you'll be able to see these games, and
Right.
we're actually live streaming. We just thought, let's see. And Samay saw that, and after that they held the first live comedies on board in
Yeah.
Hyderabad.
Wow.
So I mean, it's just we are just all the time feeding off of each other's thoughts and ideas and just trying to push it, and it just results in such a nice space for all of us, you know.
So that's really nice, you know, you're growing as a community. Before we get into this tournament, I just want to ask a little bit about your connection to chess. So I spoke to your father and he told me how, you know, he tried to instill the love for chess in you when you were a child.
Yeah.
And then that sort of got a second life in the lockdown when you started streaming
Yes.
with Samay. And now that you know you're playing casual chess over here, does it still remind you of the little kid that you were who used to love chess?
Yeah, I will never forget, you know, my father taught me one opening which was there.
Remember
We
the
had
opening?
gone to Ooty,
Okay.
and I think I must have been 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And he bought the first chess set that we had, a nice wooden one.
Yeah.
And I will never forget the sound that the pieces also made. You know, it was damn cool, that knocking sound
Yeah.
that would come. And I used to, so when we got back in Bombay from the trip, he actually showed me the opening, and I mean, that entire memory is flooding back. But after that opening, he's like, "Okay, you do this opening and you're good.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah,
beyond this, you don't need to get too involved.
Yeah.
Play with
Get
this
into the middle
opening.
game
Play with this
safely.
opening."
Yeah.
Little did I know that I would take that opening to a tournament when I was in 2nd grade, 3 or 4 years later.
Yeah.
And I would lose every match because I would only play that opening with
Yeah.
myself. I was not playing with the opponent.
Yeah.
No matter what the opponent played, I would do this opening only. So then I realized that I needed a better coach. But I would play with my dad a lot, and it was very fun, you know, to have that banter with him. It was very sweet that he taught me a few more openings. But then again, I still hadn't learned the exact mechanics. In 2019, I remember Samay used to actually be putting a phone on a stand, turned towards his laptop, and on the laptop chess.com would be open. On his phone, Instagram live would be open. And Chandni and I would reach his house and we'd be like, "Kuch khana mangaye kya?" He'd be like, 2 minute. Acha, aap aayo, beto. What move should I play? And he's on live chat with, I don't know, 100, 200 odd people. And he's asking them what move to play. Masti kar raha hai. He's just enjoying, having a good time with chat. And he's actually, it's that back camera is facing the laptop screen and it is capturing it. That's how he has done it. Then after that, he upgraded to having 2 phones. One phone is facing the laptop, the second phone is gone live facing himself, and वो दोनों का साथ में connect किया है
Instagram पे.
Instagram पे.
Wow.
So it's like, you know, you can see the screen on top and you can see your
Yeah.
face at the bottom.
Okay.
Okay. Then after that, when lockdown happened,
Yeah.
necessity became the mother of invention. But I think it more became about us rediscovering the wheel. And we understood what the chess streaming world is. हमने
Yeah.
time pass में चालू किया.
Huh.
And then the story, everyone knows the story after that.
That everyone knows the story, and that is so cool. I mean, you know how.
Sorry. My point was, Samay in 2019, during that time, he taught me the mechanics of the game.
Okay.
He taught me the piece values,
Huh.
minor pieces, major pieces.
Acha, Samay knew all this.
He knew all of this.
Oh, okay.
He knew because he is someone who loves to be driven by curiosity all the time.
Right.
So he would just keep going down this rabbit hole of exploring, understanding.
Right.
He introduced me to Agadmator's videos.
Wow.
And we would watch the entire history of Capablanca. And it's
so
too
cool.
good. The way Agadmator does storytelling in those videos is just so beautiful to watch.
Right.
You know, you can act, and that is where the real story lies. So I understood the mechanics of the game. I actually fell in love with the game even more then.
Wow.
And the circumstances under which the earlier players, all the legends went through, you know, then obviously understanding Bobby Fischer, his mindset, understanding, so every single legend who's there, discovering them through all of these YouTubers' videos, their games, and then after that, us trying to recreate those games and understanding, okay, if this then that, if this then that. And I still don't know, I'm not very good with the coordinates, but Samay instantly picked up the coordinates. He instantly picked up, oh, then like this is how you should solve puzzles. And that's when I actually fell in love with the game completely.
Wow. So I think the game, especially those 64 squares, they also have like stories and history towards it.
Yes.
And that just makes it so much more enriching
Yes.
for all of us,
Yes.
especially art fanatics like you. Now, let's just talk a little bit about how this tournament came to life. So, were you approached by the Kuntes, or like how did this start?
So in April, actually in March, Sagar Bhai had informed us that back in lockdown, they had a tournament called Superheroes Cup,
Yeah.
which was for the differently abled. And it was the first time they had kept a completely mixed
Right.
tournament for differently abled, wherein usually what happens is, if there's someone who is at a loss of hearing, they only play against someone who is at a loss of hearing.
Right.
But this was the first one where a visually impaired person was playing against someone who was having a loss of hearing.
Correct.
So Sagar Bhai told us in March that, you know, we can hold this tournament and can we do it at Habitat? And we were like, of course, let's go ahead and do it. And Samay Bhai also came on board. And all of us, we were like, okay, let's just contribute. Samay basically paid a lot for all the prizes and for the sponsorship. We brought in with the entire side of hospitality and stay. And Sagar Bhai brought in perfectly with the entire commentary and selecting the players and organizing on ground.
Right.
For the show running.
Okay.
And it was a perfect trifecta of sorts, you know, of three completely different power sources coming together and creating this entity. And I just insisted that can we do it in Pune because of the new property that we created over here where we are standing.
Exactly.
Because it is, it has the perfect accessibility, honestly, for all players. It is in a very nice neighborhood over here. It's quiet and it's close to the airport as well. So it becomes very easy for everyone. And again, being in a hotel, the players just have to literally come down 2 floors, 3 floors, literally. So the food is also over here in the cafe. The play area is right next to the cafe at the venue itself.
Yeah.
So it becomes and again, I loved how Sagar Bhai reutilized our gym area for doing the streaming, you know. So it was just perfectly how everything was set. So when the Superheroes Cup happened, that was when I met Abhijit Kunte sir.
Okay.
And that was the time he said that the facilities are so good that you can easily host a Grandmaster tournament over here. And I somewhat felt bad for Grandmasters because I felt that, a Grandmaster level tournament usually would happen in like a Taj or an Oberoi. But then I realized that the facilities that are being offered over here, he said it as a compliment. That the facilities being offered over here are as good as what is offered in those hotels, in those properties. This is all that's needed. In fact, it's better that it's in a much more quiet neighborhood for a game like this.
Right.
And then Sagar Bhai and I got talking with Abhijit sir. And then Abhijit sir actually said that these are the things that are needed. These are the norms that are required to enter. These are the norms that someone can win. He explained to me about how inconvenient it is for players over here in our country to actually have to travel. They have to get their visa. They have to pay for their travel, their stay, their flights, go to a tournament abroad, play under all of those circumstances and under that pressure and then score a norm. And he told me that you need 3 different wins. If not wins, at least score a certain number to hit that norm 3 times before you actually score your GM norm.
Right.
You know, so it's not a home ground advantage.
Correct.
And he told me if you do this in Pune, this will be the second tournament in the country that will happen. He told me that the home ground advantage will be intense, and all we have to do is we have to get players from 4 different nationalities to come over here.
Correct.
You know, or 4 players from abroad.
Right.
You know, so we said that okay, let's just go ahead and do it. Let's not think about it. And because the more you think about these things, the more complicated it starts getting. It's a very simple thing. You just have to have people come and stay over here and start playing.
Correct.
You know, the only thing that's difficult is actually contacting and reaching the players. Is what I realize. And I'm so happy that all the players have come together and are willing to put the time and take out the energy to participate in this tournament. There's nothing beyond this that I could have asked for.
And that is really incredible how, you know, spontaneously you followed your heart and your passion. But I've heard that up until like late June, there were a few players that were still missing and the tournament was announced. So how did you deal with crises like that?
I mean, kudos to the teams because honestly, they didn't make it feel like it was a crisis at all. I mean, now I came to know, hearing from the tone of your voice, that it was a crisis. I genuinely had no idea that it was such a big issue. Abhijit sir had informed me once about it, that there are 2 players who have backed off, but he managed to bring others on board as quickly. So I don't think it sounds as bad as you made it sound.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, I'm just joking. But I'm sure that given the number of grandmasters that are available in the world, I'm sure they're also very well connected, the teams over here, to be able to source someone. So it was really good that these guys also came on at the last minute. So really thankful for them.
No, I think I've seen all these people who are working over here and they're working with so much heart and so much dedication that it doesn't feel like they're working, like they're just enjoying the game. And that is the beauty of the sport. A final few questions. So you're supporting these young homeboys of Pune, Advik and Akshay. Have you been supporting any of these players' journey so far? Have you been watching at home?
So all I do is every morning I wake up, I see what was yesterday's score again. Then I start the games, and then honestly this particular format of play which is there is not explosive.
Correct.
So it's easier to follow reviews.
Right.
You know, so then after that, at the end of the games, I directly see the score. I'm like, okay, this was the score. And then after that, I go and see the reviews of the games.
Right.
And it's so interesting how each player has been thinking laterally. Then after that, they come back to the defensive position. Then they go back to the offensive. So I am actually honestly most excited about Akshay because he would be scoring his GM norm over here, right? Aswath, sorry. I'm most excited about Aswath because he would be scoring his GM norm over here. As far as Akshay is concerned and Advik also, I think that, you know, there is still a ways for them to go on, and I'm very excited for the next tournament for them because honestly, being homeboys and the tournament happening in Pune itself, I am very excited for them to keep coming to the chess club and also score it eventually over here. So it gives me a lot more hope that yes, in the next 3 months I want to do this again.
Wow, that is incredible. And I was just about to ask you what's next and what can we expect out of the Habitat from Mumbai, Pune and all the properties you have across India.
This is the second one.
Okay, sorry.
No, don't apologize.
No, because I spoke to your father and he said that there were more habitats that were being built eventually.
So it's good to dream about castles in air. It's even better to find a route to materialize them. It's like, you know, you have to create an opening, then there's a mid game, then there's an end game. So it's good to think about the end game, but you can't think about it in the opening stage.
Right.
Currently, we're still in the opening stage. It's been 10 years since Habitat has been functioning now. And I think that I'm more excited for artists and performances that keep happening over here. I feel that the live performance space still has a very long way to go, and it gets me very excited to know that there are so many performers, just like how there are so many players with such great potential, who I see that in the next couple of years will actually blow up and they're going to travel the world. So that's what makes me the happiest, you know. Opening more habitats is something which I hope happens eventually, but I still feel that I created a space for artists to grow, and it will always make me more happier to see more artists grow and travel the world. Just like how it makes me very happy to see all these players perform so well and then score their titles and perform in bigger tournaments. You know, it feels like there is someone who's come from our own space and is moving forward. So just being able to watch someone's success story, that brings me so much happiness, you know. So that's where I'm at.
I hope that we keep organizing more tournaments, more events like this that brings more chess fans together. And also one thing that before we conclude this interview, I would like to reiterate that there is a chess club happening every Saturday at the Habitat 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. And if you are in Pune, if you're around, then you should definitely pull up here and enjoy the game of chess. But thank you so much, Balraj Ghai, for your time.
Thank you so much.
I hope you enjoy.
Genuinely, thank you, brother. Thank you.